Hello, everyone. Welcome. Uh, I am back live. Um, I've had a few fun weeks and some momentous occasions to enjoy in the family. So, pretty happy to be here today. I get to say hello, chat with everybody. More importantly, talk about a couple, hot topics that are happening out there right now. And so I was hoping to get a little bit of feedback from the audience as well throughout this whole chat. And at the same time, I'm going to, kind of show what I've been doing in the background. I have only been able to play here and there selectively. It's been great. I have been able to pop in and, say hello from time to time with some of you. Um, or you've just joined me as well. A couple here's and there's, and so I appreciate everybody just kind of working around me. I haven't been available too much lately. A lot of stuff still going on, but we're working through all of that, and we're definitely getting there. We're definitely getting there. My schedule should ease up a little bit better again starting next week, which is good. We have one more, two more events to plan for this week. And then after that, we kind of return to somewhat of normal, I guess. I don't know. Like, I still don't have a regular schedule, jobish type thing yet. But that's okay. We'll get that all figured out soon enough. So I'm going to start off here. I'm going to go into the Joker 2 world that I have here because I'm going to show off one of my latest builds. I, been working and just being able to just play and enjoy the game from time to time. That's kind of what I want to focus on, is just being able to enjoy the game as much as I can. But then again, I'm coming across a lot of different scenarios the last several weeks, which is kind of what is really spawning today's conversation. I really thought about putting out a video on this, and I still might. I don't know. I haven't had much time to be able to work on videos the last month and a half or so. Surprisingly, being unemployed, you think you have more time, but that is actually quite the opposite for me for some reason. So it's okay. So where are we at, right? Um, we are in a place in the game right now, and a lot of people can agree that things, I don't want to say are looking bleak, but they're not as bright as they used to be. Okay, so I don't want to say bleak. I'm not going to say, it's time to pull out the dead game skin type thing. But things are not as bright as they used to be with the game. Okay, and I'll point out some of the things. So here I'm walking into still my favorite workshop in terms of design. I love this one in particular, but I'm going to take you over to what I've been working on off camera lately, and we'll kind of spark this conversation. I wanted to have kind of wanted to introduce a modern vibe to workshop design. So I decided with starting a modern build and then starting to build a workshop from there. So what better place to do something ultra modern than Lost Isles, of course, because this is far furthest from modern. And so we're going to take this, what was once a bunch of shacks, and turn it into what is now a full modern landscape. And so with this version of modern, you can see that there's a lot of fine line, very limited color palette. And so you can see all the way down from the village square to the main buildings. You can see that the color palette flows within. I have place my villagers within one building, storage in another, and now I'm going to take you into what this modern workshop design looks like. And so this is what I've been working off camera, basically, during the time that I've had to be able to just kind of play. And so I kept this sleek appearance, even on the inside of the building, two colors, very modern, basic in design and shape, but it has all the machines you need, minus the legendary forge. I'm keeping just one legendary forge location in the on my map, and that's going to be at my main base. Outside of that, the other workshops will have essentially all the basic equipment needed as well. So let me know your thoughts on this modern design. I appreciate it. I've kind of gone back and forth. I am not a modern person in a sense of style. If you ask me what I'd like in particular, I'm more of a rustic Mongolian era type of approach. That's what I like the most. Ask me to explain that. I don't know. You watched a lot of HGTV, and that's the only thing I can come up with. So that's kind of where it's at. Okay, so you can see I've been able to build. Okay, nothing has stopped me from building in the game. The build functions have, worked just fine. The only issues that we have come across in the community, which I thought would have been fixed by now, was the use of the recycler. Not everybody can use the recycler for some reason on a lot of different stuff. I don't know how that hasn't been fixed yet, but that's kind of where we are at. So I appreciate everybody for chiming in. I'm going to go ahead and kick this conversation off. I'm going to recognize everybody that's in here right now. So it looks like we have Angie, Sunny Family, Dave Skur, Angry Moose, and TV Games in the chat here, in both on the red app, and then over in the purple app we have Night Queen, Ruby, Lucy Games, Dave Skur there as well, Mr. Bill, TV Games there as well. Thank you everyone so much for joining me today. I'm going to try and elicit some feedback. I do have a poll going on YouTube right now. I'm trying to figure out what everybody's number one priority is, and I'm going to explain kind of what I'm seeing happening in the game and what I think that really means for LEGO Odyssey in particular. So right now I've got a poll, and it's just basically asking two questions. One, is our number one priority for the game to get bug fixes, or number two, is our number one priority for the game to get just new content in general? I ask that because while I can still build and have fun on the building side, which is just fine for me, I cannot, without going through a lot of drama, play a lot of the updates that we've had in the past. And when I say that, I'm talking about just basic functions like, hey, I want to fly this plane around, and then we're going to have the seat glitch kick in. Or we had an issue playing one of the new game modes the other day where somebody was just stuck in a seat. I've had that happen to me. And so it took a lot to get the person we had to break the plane in the midair to get the person to be released from the seat, but then their UI was still stuck to the point to where it was as if they were in the seat. So we had to use a car for them to get in the car to then get out, for the UI to return back to normal. Otherwise, they could not play the game. They couldn't toggle between weapons and stuff like that. And this is, in a unique game mode, that new rapid survival game mode. And it wasn't working out. I mean, for me, like, I have not fought the Storm King in, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. Because there's just too much going on with that. It's almost to the point to where if you beat it as a solo, you've lucked out because the game didn't get you or eliminate you because of its failures that are built into the game right now with all of these glitches and bugs that are coming in. And that's hard to deal with because I love playing the new game mode. If you go back and look at playing history for a solid 2.5 months when the Storm King game mode was introduced to the game, we had a just a large growth in Lego Fortnite Odyssey that sustained for 2.5 months. And if you look at the point where they started adding some more updates, it created a scenario to where um, it started creating a scenario to where it just the blast radius on the weapon stuff is just it's not right. It's making it to where it's not even playable anymore. And that's becoming rough because I want to enjoy the game more, but I'm limited to just building. Now I'm okay with just building because I have fun building, coming in here, collecting, doing little things like that. But it seems like I can't enjoy all the game modes. And so my number one thing right now, it's not so much new content. I just want the game to be fixed. Okay, I want to be the game to be fixed to the point to where we can go back and enjoy fighting the Storm King. I can go back and do it solo without, worrying about this blast radius that's coming from the enemy's, throwables and stuff like that. That's just it's not right. Like right now, I cannot enjoy the game for those purposes. And so for me, I'm not too terribly worried about new content because, like I said, we haven't gotten new content in a long time, but I'm still playing in the background. I'm still having fun. I'm still doing these builds, but this is all I'm limited to in the game right now. But now, what has been happening the last couple of weeks? Well, I'm gonna be honest. This is the big red flag that Lego Fortnite, the creators, really, 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 really need to start looking at. Content creators are now jumping ship away from this game. They are no longer posting content. They are talking about going offline or have gone offline already. And the more the content creators start going offline, the more the game is just going to start to tank. Okay. They can spend all this money in the world to try and do all of these things, but if you're bringing in players into a game that has this many bugs, this many issues, you're not creating the retention that you want. You're not going to. And that's what bothers me. And I know there's a couple other great content creators that are listening to part of this stream right now. And I hope, this doesn't change your mind whatsoever and you continue doing your own thing. But you know that they are our friends. We've gotten to know them and they're starting to leave the game. And that's rough for us because part of the enjoying this game has see those little things where the rubber banding doesn't bother me when I'm in a base building, right? I mean, but I'd love to have that fixed. Okay, I'd love to have that fixed. Um, but these people are that we play with. That's what makes it rough because this game brought a lot of people to the game, to where I felt I have made a lot of good online friends that I like just hanging out with online, having a good time, and and I mean Ruby says it as well. Like her friends are a big part of her game experience. They are for me as well. I've had a lot of fun, doing collaborative builds in the past. I've had a lot of fun just, you know, working with other content creators, not even just kind of in the background to help with ideas or to help with different game mechanics and stuff like that. That's been a lot of fun. That's been part of creativity as a content creator that's happening in the background that I enjoy doing the most. One of my good friends that I grew up with, well, we grew up together. I mean, he started off uh, in Lego Fortnite when it first came out, and he has since, kind of gone back to his roots because a lot of what we've done, a lot of the stuff we built, our amusement park and stuff like that, none of that stuff is working like it used to because of all the updates that have taken place. It is disheartening when they change a lot of game mechanics and it affects a lot of the work that you do in the game. And granted, a lot of it was stuff that I don't think Lego Fortnite was designed to basically do in the first place. but we still had a lot of fun doing all these types of creations, and I know a lot of you have as well. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay, and so he and I have not played the game. We've had the ability to have some great S&Ps together with a lot of content creators, but I'm starting to see them move to other games as well. And that's rough. That is rough because I feel like I'm losing friends in the game, people that I enjoy playing with on a regular basis. I know sometimes schedules can be one thing, right? I know my schedule has been insane the last month and a half, especially, and I understand that, but I still take advantage. I log in, and I'll see a couple of people I know, and they may be in a game or in one of the maps that we're sharing an SMP, and I'll just pop in, and I'll pop in really just to say hello. I think I'm bugging them sometimes, or I'm trying to bug them sometimes. Like I'll put ducks in places to or stand in the way where they're trying to build as well. But that's me having fun. I I enjoy having fun, and but Lego is definitely meant to be played with friends. I mean, that's what that's what it is about. There you go. I mean, Queens North just said it over here on the Purple app. Lego is meant to be played with friends. One of the main marketing points for Lego is creativity with friends. Absolutely, 100%. I agree. I have a lot of fun. I enjoy playing with friends, and that has made this game absolutely enjoyable. But now that gets me to what just recently happened. Okay. I cannot believe that the game mode Rapid Survival came out. I don't know if they're trying to test us. And this is the first time I I'm gonna kind of say something negative about Lego that I just it's one of those things. I've been raised where if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. And I'm going to say something not nice in the nicest way possible here. Rapid survival to me was completely counterintuitive to what the premise of Lego Fortnite was about. Lego Fortnite was always about getting your friends together, working on something together. The whole point of Storm King was to come together. We all fought a common enemy together. The game mode Rapid Survival was completely counter to that. We were pinned against each other the moment we went into the game to simply become the last survivor. Okay, if you want to come up with that game mode, I'm not saying don't. It just you have to be like you came out with this new game mode. You have to be upfront about it, saying you will have to fight your friends. You will have to be the lone survivor. The whole purpose of this is to take out your friends. And um, I I I know that there's a lot of us that went into the game as friends, thinking we were going to be at a common mission, to find out that um, we had to go against each other. And I'm like, well, I'm just gonna self-sacrifice because I do not want to take out any of my friends in the game. That is completely counter to what I want to do in this game. Like I want to come together with my friends and I want to go towards a common goal. Then, okay, you go into the match and you're there solo and you're not with your friends, but then you find yourself in a predicament to where the you still need to fight people to become the sole survivor. Well, I don't. I mean, we're Lego characters, right? And so, like, the majority of my friends are a little bit more seasoned, and we play this game and enjoy this game a lot. But I know that there are a young generation that do play this game. Okay, and they've played this game to build, to have fun, to do all of that, and they go into rapid survival and they're going to get taken out. And the last thing I want to think about in the background is I just took some young kid, I just ruined his day because he went into this new game mode. I eliminated him, and now he's uninstalling the game and quitting. And I have a huge problem because we don't know. We don't know, if they're in that particular predicament. Maybe they wanted to come in, work together to try and complete the other goals. And the other goals in terms of farming resources in the caves and stuff like that. I don't know. Okay. And that's where I kind of drew the line. That rapid survival. Granted, they didn't add any content to Lego Fortnite. I wasn't asking for any more content. I honestly quite was hoping for bug fixes. That's what I was hoping for. I would have been just happy with some bug fixes. Um, but they focused a lot of attention on the other game mode, Brick Life. Okay, but I one of my traits as an individual. I don't know if you follow the Gallup organization or anything like that, but one of my number one traits that come out of a survey that they helped me learn about myself is one of my number one traits is what's known as a maximizer. I take somebody that's great and makes them greater. I take somebody that's good and makes them great. I focus on the positive things and make it even more positive. That's what a maximizer tends to focus on. While it sounds like, you want to focus on the areas that you're weak and grow them, okay? If all you have the ability is to increase 5% on something, right? Let's say you're going to put a lot of effort, and for dollar, you're going to increase something 5%. Is it better to increase something that's already performing an 80%, an additional 5%? So 5% of 80, or is it better to focus that 5% on something that's only performing in at 20%? Okay. So if you do the math, you will get more out of increasing something that's already performing at 80%, an additional 5%, versus something that's, increasing something 5% of something that's only performing at 10%. Mathematically, it's better to focus your attention on where it's at than what's lacking. Okay. Brick Life, I wish they did not put all the attention into Brick Life that they did, especially when they gave LEGO Fortnite Odyssey nothing. Okay, if they would have just given us bug fixes, I would have been okay with that again. But nothing. And that has really left me with wondering why these content creators are starting to leave or go play other games and stuff like that. And you know what? I see it. I can understand the argument about new content. Okay, I can. But the difference is I'm not worried about different content. I just want the content that is already in the game to work. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, I want to go back to being able to do the Storm King on a regular basis. Um, I just that's what I want. So for me, Rapid Survival became a huge bomb for me. It was that for me. Okay, and again, I'm not trying to say this is for everybody's opinion and stuff like that. And if you completely disagree with me, absolutely, I support your opinion 100%. Okay, I will always support everybody's opinion, regardless if it's the same as mine or not. You're entitled to, have your focus. So I see that like somebody wants more content, more so than bug fixes. I support that. I'm okay with that. It's just from my perspective, it's different. But I don't want to see my friends go. That's the hard part. That's really, really the hard part. And I'm trying to fix one of my contacts real quick so that I can read your comments and chat. So bear with me here real quick. So yeah, so Sunny Family compared Rapid Survival to the psychology behind the TV show Survivor. And I could see that. Um, I don't want to be that person. I want everybody that comes to the game to have an absolute joyful experience. And whether or not I'm part of that or the game is doing that or others, other streamers that I get to hang out with and stuff like that, they're doing that for people, that's ultimately what I want. Okay, so I'm able to read. Let's see. So like Ruby, she's agreeing, can't take out friends. Just couldn't. Even when I wanted them to, they just couldn't. And Ruby and I, Torrid, Dave we've all played this map. Squishy's played this, or Laughs a Lot, Queen's North. Everybody's played this so far. We all have different takes on it. But in one particular instance, I was asking Ruby to go ahead and take me out in the game because I had to leave. I was running out of time, and then she couldn't do it. And so I understand her perspective. Sir Laughs a Lot. I felt bad about taking out strangers for that matter. Absolutely. Um, Squishy saying, "Well, Night Queen loved the Star Wars, but Rapid Survival is just not for me." I agree. I agree. I think if I think if Rapid Survival was maybe some strong enemies or something like that, to where you could work together as a team, or let's say the objective of the team was to clear out, say, one of each type of cave, for example, and then work together to do that. That's the mission. Rapid Survival would have been perfect for me. Going against each other, I mean, it's more of like a Hunger Games atmosphere. Um, not for me. Not for me. Um, let's see. Brick Life doesn't have a good rating to be focusing in a game. I agree. So earlier when I was trying to look at some of the numbers, when I had logged in, uh, when I had logged in to the game earlier, there was 20,000 people playing Odyssey and 3.6 thousand people playing Brick Life. Now, granted, that's a little higher than normal for Brick Life. So then I went to Fortnite.gg and I was starting to pull some historical numbers. How many people are playing the game at any given point in time. Then I tracked it back to the last year to see what that looks like. And there is a definite decline and increases based on content releases and stuff like that. Okay, definitely. So you can see historically that the game is starting to dwindle below or move towards a new low. Unfortunately, okay, that's unfortunately that's kind of where we're heading to right now. So Queens North just posted yes. So recently, there's a Reddit thread where Lego asked for feedback, and all the comments had fixed the bugs at or near the top of that list. And I agree with that. So I've popped on Reddit from time to time, but that's not definitely where I'm at. Um, uh, yeah, to me it's the bug fixes, but I don't. If you ask me like what does it take to fix all this, the easy answer is fix the bugs. That's if you just focus the number one priority, like so when the game came out, we found out that they hired with an additional like 110 dedicated staff members to focus on the Lego uh, Fortnite aspect side of the house. That's 110 times 40 hours a week times. I mean, it, that's a lot of hours there that are not being allocated to Odyssey as far as we can tell right now. So let's see. Let's see. Dave Skir says not being able to build in rapid survival means kills creativity. Yep, I played it since being slaughtered by my buddy. I'm trauma. So Dave Skir was slaughtered by eliminated by his buddy Kaboom, and now he is traumatized. You see that, everybody? Dave Skir is traumatized. We cannot have that in this game. Okay, we cannot. Angie says, when I played Rapid Survival, I died first, but I played with some pros. Um, yeah, I think, I'm not saying I didn't play the game. It's just I didn't play the game like it was intended. Like I don't care if I knew the people or not. I was not going to eliminate somebody. So that basically said that game was not for me. Now I did go in. I was trying to complete the challenges, so I was focusing on just trying to get the Durasteel. I was focusing on trying to get the Blastoid. That's what I was trying to focus on. You know. Um, oh, where people Sunny Family. So I'm posting on both YouTube and Twitch. Incidentally, if you're not following me on Twitch, if you don't mind taking a moment to hitting that follow button over on the Twitch side, I really appreciate it. Even if you've used YouTube predominantly but have a Twitch account, like I wouldn't mind that follow. I'm just trying to hit a certain mark so that I can make it a little bit more interactive for everybody. So if you can hit that follow button, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, so that's kind of where it's at. Am I worried about the game long term? Okay, ultimately, that's kind of my question. Am I worried about the game long term? Well, short term, my answer is going to be no. I know that they're definitely still putting resources into it. One of the other things that I notice people are asking for, like, well, where does Lego derive its income from to produce the game? And on the Epic side, I can't answer that, but I do know that if you were to buy something, like there are funds exchanged type thing. Okay. So that brings me to another point. They are not on a regular basis keeping items in the item shop for purchase as it relates to just even decor bundles. And I'm not talking about new decor bundles. Okay, I'm talking about decor bundles that have been in the game before. We just want to see them rotate, even if they pick one or two and rotate them for the week or something like that, just have them in the shop. Like right now, if we were to bring new players into the game and they're seeing us, you know, content creators, and we're building with all these cool pieces that are extra and all this other stuff, they can't go to the item shop and buy any of those pieces. Okay, so they're missing out on opportunities for new people coming to the game to be able to make money on some of these items. Um, so that's uh that's a big one. They have changed up the decor item bundle pieces. Okay, they have changed them up, and I say that because, like when the Beachy bundle first came out, okay, originally, it was offered in the complete set, which I bought, and then it was broken down into three mini sets. Okay, and those three mini sets I purchased for different friends, and the reason I did that is so that they would have some of the build pieces that come with it. Okay, it wasn't so much the construction of the full plans, it was more that they would have the pieces that are kind of pivotal to the game that I use on a regular basis. Now, so if you look at this build in particular right here, my favorite fence, it comes out of the Beachy set. It comes right here. This wall piece comes out of the Beachy set. Okay, all these white flooring pieces comes out of the Beachy set. Um, and so I use it on the regular basis. Now the black pieces that you see, this comes from Fortnite Festival. Okay, so it's a mix of the two different sets. Now, if you're just coming into the game and you don't have the ability to purchase any of these sets, then that's kind of an issue because you cannot build a lot of the stuff that we're building in the game. And I'm not saying that I'm out there to try and influence you to buy stuff. I'm just saying that your options are limited to what the game gives you initially. And and that's okay. It brings me to my next point. Like there's the whole like um uh free build versus paid pieces. Like that was a big argument in the beginning. Oh, thank you, Sunny Family. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, in the very beginning when the game came out and the build kit started coming out, as a content creator, there was a whole uh, thing to where if you built like a custom ship or something like that, or car or something like that, uh, people wanted like, does this use the free to build pieces? And the answers, sometimes yes, sometimes no. It seemed like you got a little bit more attention if you build free to build versions of it as well, and that was fine. And from my creative aspect, I would show, hey, you could swap this piece for this piece, or you could use this instead of this type thing, and that allowed you to use free to build pieces. Now, fast forward, all of that has changed drastically. Okay, so we have the three basic um, build pieces that we get in the game now, because as long as you do your level 10 base in each of the biomes, then you're going to get all those pieces unlocked for you, type thing. And that's great. However, free to build has changed or morphed over this last year and 3 months. Okay. And I say that because it's changed to the fact that we've had battle passes, or not battle pass, pardon me, Lego passes come out. And as part of those Lego passes, we've got, regardless if you paid for the Lego pass or not, you got decor items as part of the Lego pass as you completed levels. So you were getting a lot of free to build pieces that were coming out of Lego passes, regardless if you spent the V Bucks or not for them. Okay. And so as a builder, I cannot tell anymore whether or not some of this stuff is free to build or not, because of some of the different passes that have come out in the past. Okay. And so just recently I had a comment. So like the Lego Star Wars, um, if you the original Star Wars, when it came out, we had the Star Wars pass that was part of it. There was a lot of free to build pieces that came along with it, barring you completed all of that, and that was great. Person tried building the video, but because they were newer to the game, they could not um, complete the build exactly because they weren't part of that Star Wars pass. I'd love to see these passes come back, but in a way that, you know, they're doing it in Battle Royale now, but do pieces as part of the pass, but you pay for them in Lego V Bucks, not well in V Bucks instead. So that they've introduced that in regular Battle Royale for a lot of older passes and stuff like that, and I like that idea, and I'd love to see that come to Lego. Okay, so the whole idea behind free to build or not, that has totally changed in the last year, especially. So I don't know. I don't know. Hard to go from there. Um, Bottom line, I want to be able to just hang out with friends and play, but we like everybody's patience level is different, and I completely respect that. And it could be their patience level of the day. It could be like a lot of factors going on in their lives. Like I got a lot of weird stuff going on right now. Also, um, and so for me, I just want to log into the game, have fun, relax, hang out with some friends from time to time because they're part of that relaxation process, or, winding down from a crazy, eventful day and stuff like that. And the last thing I want to deal with is bugs. Okay. I do not want to fight bugs in this game. Minor stuff, okay? That's a little rubber banding stuff, whatever. When I'm in build mode, not a big deal. Rubber banding when you're trying to take out one of the caves, big deal. Okay, big deal. Um, I don't know. I don't know. So I appreciate everybody answering the poll. Let's see. Oh, welcome, Jaded Inventor, as well. Um, he writes, or Jaded Inventor writes. Sorry, I apologize for the vernacular there, but hi, Joker. I totally agree. It's way easier to hang out when you don't have bugs. Absolutely, it is absolutely easier. because everybody's on the same page. You're doing your common goal, and we're just trying to have fun. Okay, plain and simple. And Squishy writes, let's see. I'm wondering if they don't know how to fix the bugs, and they're introducing these other game modes to try and keep some of the people who love Lego before they get rid of the game altogether. I don't. I really think they're in the long haul for this game. My biggest worry is they're not doing the things needed for player retention. Okay, I'm not saying that they're failing at it. I'm saying they're not doing it right. And Lego, if you're watching the stream, and chances are you might, because I know you have eyes everywhere and you saw the title of this. Player retention is key to the success of any game, regardless of what it is. And the efforts being put in for it to this date is not equating to player retention. You are losing your streamers who are moving on to other games and no longer promoting this game. Okay, that's that's a huge issue for this game. Huge red flag right now. And Lego, you really need to jump in and work on that. You need to pull some content creators in. You need to read the polls. You have to read these comments. You have to understand you the game is a very pivotal point right now. I don't want to say it's the make or break because I don't want to put shed dim light onto the situation. Um, but it is a critical milestone that they need to realize. Okay. Um, yeah, Jaded Inventor said they lost the Bide guy today. I know he's going to be playing with friends. He's just not going to be doing content. Um, he is moving to another similar building game. He's going to focus his attention on the block building game. Um, I know that another content creator has recently done the same thing, focusing on an SMP in that particular game mode. Um, I don't know what to say because I like this game. I'm still going to come in here. I'm still going to build. I'm not talking from a content creator's perspective when I say all of this to you. I want to make that very, very clear. I am literally talking about the perspective as a player who just simply wants to come in, enjoy the game. Nobody needed to remind me to eat that time, by the way. I'm very proud of that. Um, yeah, I'm literally coming at everybody from the perspective of being a player of the game, wanting to literally enjoy this game with friends, and the fact that I can't enjoy the full capabilities of this game because of the bugs is a oh, I gotta go get that is kind of an issue for me. Not an issue to where I will stop playing, but an issue for me to where like I don't feel like battling the Storm King right now because games are supposed to be meant for me. Let me. Oh, look at this! It's like a double whammy over here. Uh, games are meant to be enjoyed, right? It's like a pastime. We come in here, we have some fun, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to have some fun, okay? And I don't want to stress about it. Like there's plenty of things, and I'm a I don't want to use the term preach to the choir. Let's see what's would be another let's see another comment saying here. Another common ground that we can all agree on here is that we're coming in here to have fun. We're not here to deal with stress because there's plenty of stress in all of our normal everyday lives. And what we do is we come into this game to avoid that stress. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I don't. What? Okay, well, we can add this one to the list. We can't even pick this up. Hmm. Yeah. So what I'm saying is we have plenty of everyday items in all of our lives that would create the stress. And so we don't need any more things adding to it, especially a game that we just want to come in and relieve ourselves of that stress. Okay, that's why we're coming. And we get to hang out with Monks over here. He's pretty cool. Lynx is really cool. Beach Jules is awesome. Um, we get to hang out with them. They're happy, spirited. I don't know about Master Key. He's I don't know about Master Key. I worry about him sometimes. Midas is always cool. But anyways, we come in here to have a lot of fun. Okay. Sonny asked the question: what are the top three bugs we are seeing? That's gonna be a question that is gonna be everywhere. I will tell you that the number one bug that has been on the radar, and I know somebody brought this up earlier in chat, and I was going to get to this also. The number one bug that has been talked about almost since Mechanical Mayhem. That's when we got the pieces to do the car builds and stuff like that. Um, the number one bug has been the seat glitch. Okay, I get it. I get it. From a coding perspective, and I'll just tell you this with just a little bit of basic knowledge. Okay, so we have the seat right here. Okay, the seat, which is the focal point of this aircraft, has its own map marker. Okay, where its placement is on the map. Just like if you place this building, it's positioned specifically on the map, but this is static, so it doesn't move. Anything that attaches to this car seat, the car seat becomes a focal point to a foundation that is capable of moving. Okay, so from a coding perspective, this item right here, okay, will have its own code to determine position as it relates to X, Y, Z coordinates on the game. Okay. The character also has that exact same thing going on for it. Okay. Exact same thing. Okay. So if you hop in the seat and you go to take off and you fly, you have two mathematical equations that are simultaneously trying to take place to determine position of both the seat and your character. Now, I have a flag on this ship to mark the position of that. Also, a part of that mathematical equation. If I were to start going forward, okay, you will see, if you look at the compass right there, you'll see how the number up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, if I were to stop, wait for me to stop flying here just a second, you'll see that it will eventually catch up and stay stale. Okay. I'm going to call this a GPS. They all have to be in sync for your character not to shift, not to move. Okay. You see just a simple move forward, even though I'm the exact same distance from that flag, I've never changed. If you look on your compass up there, okay, you will see that that number will vary up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay. I should look where I'm going, huh? Here we go. All right. So from a coding perspective, trying to get all of those to line up is what's an issue in terms of coding. Okay. Coding, when I say coding, I'm at CODEING. Okay. Not COAT. Coding. It's coding. Um, anyways, that's very hard to pull off. I understand that. What I've saw them try to do in the game, and you'll see this happen from time to time, is they try to take the GPS coordinates of the seat, the GPS coordinates of your character, and realign them from time to time. Okay, so when I say realign them, I'm talking about the coding in the game will look at the sample rates from both of them, the GPS coordinates for both of them, and try and realign. So that's why your character will sometimes fly to the back and then fly back near the seat or something to that effect. When you see that happening, that's the coding in the game trying to realign the two. Okay, if you're going fast enough, that minute fraction of a ping rate type thing is going to make it to where they're not going to be quite the same. Okay, and so your character may end up sitting in the middle of this chest, may end up sitting in the middle of that chest, but it used to be back here, and now it's sitting in that. That's a hard one to pull off. Okay, I understand that. Okay, for the most part, that was our biggest gripe. But that's not the big issues right now. Okay, right now in the game, we've got these rubber band issues to where that you take this seat glitch. Okay, we're going to take this seat glitch for example, and you see your character move, and then the rubber bands back to here, and then goes back forward, and then the rubber bands back to here, and then it goes back forward. You'll see that happening with characters, that type of thing. And when that happens, the enemy has gotten you. Okay, it's the same. It's related. Okay, it's related but different. So when you have an enemy that takes, is there something I can throw in the game? Torches. Hang on, let me put a torch in my hand. Okay, you take this and he throws it. Okay, you know that when it lands, there's a certain blast radius around this bomb that the enemy throws. Okay, to where if your character's like here, it's going to get hit. If your character's here, technically it should not get hit. Okay. Hey, Banana, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Valina. I just saw you sneak in here. Hello. And so what's happening is if you take this same, and I just rubber band it. Okay, if you take that same GPS coordination, the enemy throws at something because you were right here. Okay, you were right here when the enemy threw it. You were within this blast circle. Okay, and even though you were back here, now the game is rubber banding to where it positions your character back here again, and you're taking a blast hit when you're over here physically in the game. And that's becoming an issue. Okay, so you cannot plan like you if they throw something at you and you're within this blast radius and you know you're within this blast radius, you know you're going to get hit. Okay, if you're away and you're like here and you're not supposed to be in this blast radius and you think you're okay, you're not, because of that same error that's happening in the seat, the GPS tracking, so to speak. It still thinks you're here because that's when the enemy threw it, and so that's why when you actually are way over here outside of the blast radius, you take an invisible hit. It's because of that. Okay, that's what's happening. Multiply that. So you go into one of the caves or the dungeons. You go into the dungeon or you go to fight the Storm King. You take multiple enemies and they're all throwing stuff at you. There is no safe radius that the game is not going to rubber band you back to, in a sense, at this point. So your ability to have to run, scream, flail your hands up in the air, uh, maybe calling, your local pasture for advice while playing the game. It's not going to help you right now because the blast radiuses for all these points are just scattered all over the place, and that's causing issues in this game. That is my number one issue right now is they cannot get this fixed or coordinated. I don't know what happened. It was working fine, and then it wasn't working fine anymore. And so that has become a big issue in this game. But then, okay, so that's mechanics of the game in terms of enemies, right? And that's one thing. Maybe focus a little bit of attention on that. That'd be great. What are you doing here? Excuse me. What are you doing here? No, excuse me. No, 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 no. Keep walking. The front gate is over there. Look, there's a front gate over there. Front gate. Keep going. Okay. Um, but quality of life stuff. Quality of life stuff. Simple things. Okay. The recycler. I can put anything in here. I invite friends who also have keys to this world. So right now, Ruby's online. I see Sir Laughs a lot. He's online. Um, they have keys to this world also. They can just jump in here and play. However, their experience with the recycler is different because they can't recycle everything. And so they end up putting it in a chest or they wait for me, give me, all the stuff, and then I put it in there type thing. Little things like that are kind of a bugger. Okay. It should be working for everybody. Um, when you saw me open up um, a chest earlier, right now, if I were to run up to this, I can pick it up, on the fly, right? So I can just grab it as I'm running. Right now, if you to open a chest in any of the dungeons or something like that, there is a delay on books and tools, okay, from allowing you to pick them up. That could mean the difference of taking extra hits in the process, okay? I don't like that. I mean, those little things add up. Little things add up to me. Okay. So uh go back to the beginning. Some of these things that are really bugging me doesn't bug me when I just build. Okay. So if I'm here, I rubber band occasionally, whatever. Okay. I'm not in harm's danger or anything like that. And that's okay. So that's okay. So, me coming in here, building, having a good time, enjoying, trying to be creative, putting, you know, putting this builds up, breaking it, pulling it, rebuilding it a little bit, shifting stuff one stud, breaking it, putting something else, breaking that, putting something else, breaking that, putting the original thing I had back on, breaking that, and then breaking it all again to shift everything back over to the one stud where I had it originally. Putting this, you know what? That's part of the process. I don't mind it. It's fun. I have fun with it. Everything's good. I'm okay with that. Um, but that's only when I'm building. But I've just limited the game to what I can and can't do. I'd love to go into a dungeon right now. I would. I'd love to go over there and get some more rift crystals. And when I get those rift crystals, I come over here, build a nice campfire, and then I toss the rift crystals inside the campfire. That's what I do. Um, ooh, no, I do not toss the rift crystals in the campfire. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Rift crystals are a Lego lady's best friend. Okay, they're like diamonds. I wouldn't do that. Just kidding. Oh, look. Hey, how's it going? Oh, Okay. Um, I was just joking about the Rift Crystal. Where does Butterfly go? Oh, it's taking me to his chest. I see it now. Okay, so we're gonna open this chest real quick, and I'm gonna quickly try and gather everything. And because those are materials, I was able to grab it all. But tools, there's a delay with tools. And so in this situation, right, if I were to open it, there's a delay in tools. I could have all of these enemies coming after me right now. And we got Nolan Ryan over here who's throwing stuff, and they have really good aim. So you got to be careful. All right, I'm going back up. The butterfly distracted me. Hmm. Okay. Sunny family, you ask a good point. Does the experience change between platforms? The answer is yes, it does change between platforms. Okay. Not a big deal for me. So for me, I will switch between my laptop and I have two gaming PCs depending on where I'm at. They're both built pretty stout, so my gaming PCs are pretty even. My laptop is a gaming laptop. It's pretty good. Um, and then I also play on several different Xboxes. My experience does change between them. Uh, I know that. Oh, Ruby pulled up a good point. Um, I do get crashes on my PC from time to time based on the update. And I know that I just finally got a graphics driver update on one of my machines. And knock on wood, I haven't gotten a crash ever since. So that's good. Um, my son has a Switch that he does play on. And in some of my worlds, I could tell the difference of what he has the capability of doing. So when I say that, um, like on my PCs, I render faster. I'm able to maneuver quicker, that type of thing, compared to an Xbox. Xbox and PC, I haven't come across a situation to where I can't build in one and not on the other. My son has on the Switch. So if he logs in with the Switch, he has one world where he cannot build anymore. But then if he logs back into his PC, he can build more again. So with um, with the Switch 2 coming out, it is definitely built a lot better, a lot more stout. I imagine that the experience is going to become better on the Switch 2. But I'd love it if the crashes didn't occur on PC as often. Also, that I would definitely like to happen because I know there's some people on this chat where I have gotten to play with them and they've watched me crash out from time to time. And it's all fine and dandy when you're having fun, but not so much when you enter the the cave to go fight the Storm King and you crash as you go through the rift. So that's not cool. So okay, let me look here where I'm at. So bottom line, okay, where we at? My opinion, I talked about the crossroads. I believe we are at the crossroads right now with this game. And I'm really hoping the Lego teams are kind of listening in or will be listening in because I'm letting you know right now. Um, I'm in the social circle with a lot of these great folks, and if they're starting to leave the game, it's worrisome. It's worrisome from a content creation standpoint, but from my perspective, I feel like I'm losing friends. I'm losing people that I enjoy the game with, And these are some very creative people, or just fun to hang out with people, great personalities, amazing people. Um, I'm I'm thinking they're just as amazing in real life as they are in this game. And if there's one thing that I can truly say I appreciate Lego more, my number one thing I appreciate Lego for more than anything else is that Lego has brought it to where I've met some amazingly good people, a lot of which are on here right now. And I am truly thankful each and every single day to have, met them, because I would have not met them otherwise had it wasn't not for the game. And so for my number one absolutely positive thing to say about Lego Fortnite is absolutely the community that it has created. Um, and so for that, I put a lot of value to the game because of that community. It's not monetary. It's not something like you can't buy true friendship and stuff like that. Even if it, when I say true friendship, there's various degrees of it. But when I talk about true friendship in the sense of Lego Fortnite, I'm talking about like these are people I know I can count on. We can go on missions together. They can help me when I need it. They know I can help them when they need it. We're there for one another type thing. And um, if there's one thing that I absolutely 100% think about this game, it is literally the community that is created that I got to be part of. There's just so many amazing people in this game. I'm sure if they met me in real life as a person, they'd be like, "Who is this Joker?" And then it'd be like, "Yeah, it's this Joker." And they'd be like, "What?" And then I'd be like, "Yeah," or something like that. Um, I am pretty much the same person on and off camera, uh, in terms of how I act, how I talk, type thing. But everybody says I have uh, a face for radio, and I don't know what that means, but that's what they tell me. So, anyways, whatever that means, I'll just kind of go with it. But I have met some people around this entire globe, as a matter of fact, not just uh, states wise or whatever around the globe. And these people are absolutely amazing with some amazingly great talents. And whatever they're at in life and stuff like that, it's like I feel like I've connected with a lot of people in a way to where like I've shared some of my stories that I've got going on. They've shared some of their stories with me, and it's developed into kind of a great friendship that behind the scenes we'll message each other through Discord and stuff like that, and it's great. And I've enjoyed that a lot. And like I said, if there's one thing that I value the most about is literally that right there, 100%. Um, and so I don't want to lose it. So we need, and I bold face capital letter. We need the game to stick around. Okay, we need more of that. Okay, I never thought that something like a game of Legos, right? Like Legos, right? If you look in the box, it's like these these ages that are where I used to be a few seasons ago, and I'm no longer near that point. Yet I've met a lot of people that are around the same amount of seasons that I'm at now in the game, which is great, which is cool. So I think we at some point maybe all played Legos or something. Um, like I was lucky to get Legos as a kid. The build sets I mainly got was the stuff you'd get at a swap meet, much lower cost, and did not say Lego on them. But they would work together. And so imagination was the creativity. You the Lego sets of then are not the Lego sets of today, right? Today you get these build kits with these elaborate instructions and stuff like that, and you build all these cool Lego kits, and they're neat. Don't get me wrong, but man, I had like a box of mixed bricks, and I had to use my imagination to come up with stuff to make things, and that was a lot of fun. Okay, that really set me up for having that creativity and stuff like that, which I carried into careers later on in life as well. So I owe Lego a lot, and I'm very appreciative of it. And then just having the game come to a digital format is amazing. So I can't complain. I like that part of it. Yeah. Um, let's see. I got a robot in here. Fix that later. Hang on. Bear with me 1 second. Alrighty. Back apology. I had to work through a robot that was posting here real quick. um, so yeah, so a lot of you had shared me where your thoughts are. I'd really like to get some feedback from you. Like, what has been your number one experience with the game? Like, what have you liked the most about this game, and why you don't want to see Lego go away? Right? I want to. I haven't really talked negative. I just said it wasn't as positive as it used to be. Okay, that's my perspective, and I just want to share that. Not I'm not trying to bring any shade onto this game. I think that's what the cool people say. Uh, not trying to bring any shade on this game, make it seem like it's cap. I don't know. I don't know if I said that right or whatever. I'm trying to study on. Uh, I've been trying to study up on the Urban Dictionary. So let me know. Maybe I'm off kilter. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't think I am if my friends are starting to leave the game. I don't think I am. Okay, so I keep spending a lot of time here, but I'm just trying to build up resources here. I started feeding Mama Colombo again. Here, we can go. Let me see if these are ready. Yeah, these are ready. Let's go over and feed Mama Colombo. I got a brute scale out of something. Bear with me all. Hang on. What's the stuff? What else we got? Tools. Big win for me. Let's see. So Ruby says, yeah, this game has brought people into my life that honestly have no idea the things that they've helped me get through just by being in the game, going on missions and building with me. I appreciate all of you. Yeah, I agree. Same here. I know, we all deal with a lot of different things, and we all come to the game for various reasons. Um, and so I echo that statement greatly myself and agree wholeheartedly. I'm going to put this stuff in here for now. Do I have room? Maybe. I'm going to put some stuff in the recyclers. Hang on. Bear with me. So I've come to the conclusion that I now just toss everything in the recycler and make exactly what you want. That's my perspective. I just want the resources. Okay, let's see. I got room. All right, let's go take a trip. I set up over here specifically so I could come to Mama Colombo, but then that next update is when they nerfed Mama Colombo. So I never finished building up my stuff here. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, look at that. I got 4 rift shards out of that. That's pretty cool. Why am I doing this? I want more stinkies. I'm trying to get more stinkies. I'm collecting it. And maybe a little bit of essence. Normally I get a lot of essence by going into the dungeons, but I can't seem to go into the dungeons as much right now. For the reasons we've been chatting about. Let's see. Okay. All right, I got hooked up with a bunch of stuff. Now just time to fly on over. So Squishy says it has changed my life forever. I hope they work it all out. I hope LEGO Fortnite hears all the things you said earlier. I hope so too. It has definitely changed a lot of people. And Sunny family, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate everybody over the last couple months bearing with me on my schedule. It's for a lot of good things. We've had some graduation stuff going on, a lot of family cool stuff happening all at the same time as well, and it's been a lot of stuff to be happy about. So it's been nice. It's been nice. I will let Mrs. Joker know you said hello as well. We've had a lot of busy, so we didn't have power for like 14 hours or so yesterday. So I don't want to chuckle. Unfortunately, all the storms that are ripping through, it's like far south is Oklahoma, as far north is I forget how far up, and everything in between all got hit with some pretty gnarly storms. A lot of tornadoes that have taken place as well, and it sounds like there was some loss of life. So we got to be thankful for each and every day that we have with one another. And if the worst thing I had to deal with was losing power, well, losing power for several hours, and then the massive cleanup that is taking place, even as I play the game right now, then I will consider it a win. For sure, because I know that others are dealing with even worse. Yes, Mrs. Joker is totally the best. I 100% agree. Absolutely. I don't know if so. I'll be on this Thursday again, most likely. Hopefully, my health holds up okay. And so if I'm on this Thursday, I don't know if she'll be able to join me on Thursday. So we'll see. Oh, you almost got hit by a tornado the other day as well. Yeah, they're fierce. I know my good buddy I was chatting about earlier, Level Up Royal. The big tornado hit just east of him out there. So he's very thankful. Everything is still okay on his end. So you just never know. You just never know. Well, I lived in California growing up and everything, and I was out there for some massive quakes. And one minute everything's okay, the next minute you see a three-story building collapse into two stories, and one entire story was just smashed with people residing in it, and it's just rough. Like everything is good until it's not good type thing, and so you got to be thankful for each and every day, for sure. Hi, Muddy Girl. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Ruby, I will have to let Mrs. Joker know you're practicing. I will have to let her know. All right, I'm getting my Rift Crystal collection, a Rift Shard collection going up. Let me go back to the other base, drop some. Hey, butterfly, where does this one want to take me? Let's go see. Why is it at nighttime? Okay, so we've got the poll. For the most part, everybody wants bug fixes, but there are some people, and I absolutely, like I said, absolutely respect that perspective. You want more content, and some people are okay with these bug fixes or the bugs that are in the game. Like it's become part of it. They can work through it. Doesn't mean that they don't want them fixed. It's just they've become used to it. So they would kind of want to oh, look, a llama. They would want to focus on new content, and I understand that. I definitely understand that. But for the most part, we need to have these bugs fixed. We need them fixed so that content creators start coming back. They feel good about posting. And I know, I'm going to tell you right now, they weren't doing it for the content. They were doing it for the love of the game. Okay. There are content creators that are in it. That is their job. So they need the content to make the money and stuff like that. And that's one perspective. Like if, they need something to get paid. I understand. I totally do. I'm not doing this for the money. Anything. So if you do use like code Joker Plays in the item shop, and I appreciate that every single day, just so you know, shameless plug. If you need to buy something in the item shop, please use Joker Plays as a code. But anyways, I use that to turn around and buy V-Bucks. And a lot of on here, I use those V-Bucks, and I do get to hook up people and stuff like that. So I turn it right back around. I enjoy that more. Hi, Tish. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's go to the other base real quick. I'm just trying to catch up. I don't know why my contact is a little fuzzy today. Need to call the doc. They did change my prescription on me, but I've been good up until like the last 2 days. So maybe it's just a contact. I'm used to wearing monthlies and not. This is bi-weeklies now. So I don't know if there's something to that. But yeah, it is code Joker Plays, all one word. You can use caps if you want. Doesn't matter. Still recognize it. It doesn't cost you anything to use the code. I do receive 5%. And all I do, like I said, is I take that 5%, I turn it around, reapply it into V-Bucks, and then I do different giveaways, as a lot of you know. So I do this for the fun. I don't do this for the money at all. That's also why I don't have the commercials turned on. But if others do, that's okay. That's just me, just for the record. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Okay. So I just came back to my main base. I'm just trying to store a lot of the good stuff here. So that's why I'm coming back to drop that stuff off. And so this is my main storage. So over there, I got a lot of stinky. I can probably bring some of that here, but I have enough to make a good amount of jars. I have 2 more Star Wars caves to tackle. I shall tackle them. And just so everybody knows, this is Mrs. Joker's backpack. I'm still waiting. So when she joins me again, her backpack is right here. Okay. Okay. So I answered a lot of questions today that I know a lot of you have been thinking about. I'm not raising the. I just want to make it very clear. I'm not raising the red flag. I'm just saying that we are currently at a crossroads. Okay, crossroads being like stuff can change, right? So the I don't want to. Well, okay. So let me. I'm going to change perspectives a little bit because I do this. Oh my goodness! I forgot to show you the names of my animals over there. I'm going to do that real quick too. Um, I'm going to change perspectives real quick. Okay, if you are epic, okay, and your main goal was to not have negative publicity type thing as a result of what's going on, then Epic is in a good place right now because the content creators that are leaving are not causing a scene. They're not posting anything negative. But they are leaving. Okay. Um, and so from that perspective, it's actually a good thing. Okay. Um, but imagine if you make this game worse, and now all the content creators start banding together and just start spreading negative publicity about the game. Okay, that's not going to be good. And I'm not saying they will because everybody's good people. I think they're looking at it from my perspective to where they're just going to do something else. They're not going to raise a sting. I'm just bringing it up to just have a nice open discussion, not anything. I'm not trying to shed any kind of a negative light in it, but the light is there. So I'd rather control the narrative rather than uh, create or let a negative narrative happen in the background, so to speak. That's kind of my perspective. And so when I say control the narrative, I'm talking about like I'm trying to spread the word that it's not bad, but there's definitely causes for concern to worry about type thing. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Yes, it does absolutely. Oh, welcome, Raven. It takes 10 positive comments to overcome one negative one, and there's absolutely a lot of truth to that. Same thing when I read reviews, right? Because you the 10 people who had wonderful experiences aren't going in there and talking about the wonderful experiences. Like for for every 20 wonderful experiences, you may get one person that gives you a positive comment. But for every, you know, statistically, they said for one in every 3 point something bad experiences, somebody's posting a negative comment. Okay, so let's I think it was like 3.8 or something like I don't remember exactly. Let's say it's 3.5. So for every one comment that you've seen, just multiply that by 3.5, and that gives you your actual experience. But then you take the number of positive experiences, now you multiply that by roughly 18 point whatever, and that gives you the rough summation of what is actually happening statistically with a company. So yeah, it absolutely has been studied. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's crazy how that works out that way. But the question is there a Karen society that's growing? I don't know. No, no, no. That is not the question. I'm just being silly. I am just being silly. Oh, um, oh, the names of my animals. Oh my goodness. Look, 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 look. I name my sheep. My sheep name is Woolly Wonka. Okay? Woolly Wonka. Okay? Tell me what you think of that name. Okay? And then here's my chicken. His name is Sal Manella. Sal Manella. Okay? Tell me what you think about the name of my chicken. Sal for short. Oh, I was having fun. I had to come up with the new names since this was a new build out here. I had to come up with new names, and I've been trying to come up with some fun ones for my names that are clean and funny. Okay, Fortnite. This is me being clean and funny. Okay, it can happen. You don't have to have bad names for it to be funny. But Woolly Wonka, I love it. It's clean. Everybody understand it. And then this one was Sal Manella. Hey, Kaboom, welcome, welcome. You came at a funny time. Came at a funny time. So, a lot of good discussion so far today. I'm glad everybody was able to join today for this. Like I said, I'm truly, truly, truly thankful each and every single day from the absolutely wonderful friendships that I've made as a result of this game and the community that has been brought that I got to become part of as part of this game. Okay, that is absolutely what I value the most. It's hands down 100% as a result of this game. So I know myself and others do not want to see this game go down. But we are definitely concerned because we see attention going elsewhere at the moment and instead of this game. And the number one complaint, even with the crew that has been chatting with us today, um, is definitely the bug fixes. And that's what's um, swaying us. Yeah, we just want it fixed so that it's 100% playable. Absolutely. So that's what we want. Um, Kaboom! I know you're on here. I know you've had some fun with the Rapid Survival game. I kind of went on a chat with that one for a little bit. Because it's the first time that I kind of felt like Lego has disconnected from the meaning of the game. And so that was kind of rough for me. Oops, 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 oops. Oh well. Okay, so I rubber banded, but again, not a big deal when you're just doing this. Yes, absolutely, Raven. That's I definitely brought that up as well because um, I have not been doing the Storm King solo anymore. Oops, I missed something. I have not. Oh, missed bananas. Okay, I have not been doing the Storm King solo. Um, because of the bugs that are in the game. It's making it too hard. So, Kaboom says he believes Rapid Survival is meant for mobile players. It could be. It could be. Speaking of which, if you don't know, Fortnite is now available to download in America. I've just actually downloaded it right before here, right before I jumped onto this stream. And get notified content downloads, party invites. Sure, why not? Send me notification, sure, allow. Okay, so if you did not know, yes, it could be. And is it for Apple? The answer is yes. I could not find it when I searched for it in the item shop. What I had to use, if you when you log into the game, there's that advertisement window. I'll go back to the lobby here in a second, but it's got a QR code. I had to use that QR code to bring me to the game to download it for iOS. It was crazy. So I don't know how that worked out, but I'm downloading it right now on my Apple phone. But I couldn't get to it by searching the store. I had to use that QR code. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick. You too, Night Queen. Okay, so let me show you what I did to do it because we got to get more people on on here because now we can collect supplies while we're in the middle of nowhere. Okay, am I close to count to? Oh, right there. Okay, so this is in the window. I popped it up. I use this QR code. I'll leave it up on the screen right now. If you want to just go ahead and uh, pull out your phone, you'll be able to download Fortnite as well on your platform. So I had to use this to get it. Yeah, it's squishy. Yeah. Dave Screw talked about how you gave him some psychological trauma from eliminating him in the game in rapid survival. I thought it was funny. He said that in jest, obviously, or so I believe so. But it was just funny because we were just chatting about rapid survival. A lot of us, I do not have it in my soul to be able to eliminate a friend of mine, nor do I have the ability to go in and eliminate just another random player because I don't know whether or not they may be a little kid trying to go in and complete missions and stuff like that. Like getting the Durasteel, the Plastoid, or anything like that, and then I just ruin their day, and they're going to want to uninstall the game, and I don't want to do that. Okay, that is not me, and so I'd rather just take the fall. That's just how I am. So that's where like man, I think to drop the ball on advertising rapid survival for like an Odyssey game. I think I'm not saying they should not have released it. I think they should have released it under a different context. Like say, we're bringing a BR simulation to Lego Odyssey where you're going to fight to be who the last survivor is. I think that's how it should have been advertised because I went in there with a bunch of people on here with the impression that we were going to work together to a common goal, and we found out that was not the case. We had to go until there was last one surviving, last person standing. So do you see it as Lego BR? Absolutely. um, and I just wish they could have advertised it as such. Okay, since we're here, let's go ahead and go look at the item shop. Let's see. Hey, got some recognizable skins in here. Let's see. Jar Jar Binks bundle. I didn't get that one yet. Little TIE Fighter. Oh, so close. I'm debating on this, everybody. I'm debating on Darth Jar Jar. Um, as you know, like those of you who played with me, I'm the green lightsaber type person. That's my personality. I want to be for the good and everything. And so I'm having a tough time, but Darth Jar Jar does look cool. Maybe I can convince Jar Jar to come to the light side. Maybe that's what I can do. Maybe that's it. Okay, let's see. Okay, the flow's back. Yeah. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Pump. Pump that jam. Pump it up. Hey. Got some more familiar skins. Let's see. Friendly Machines Locker Bundle. Oh, look at that. Cool locker bundle. Alrighty, let's see. I'm debating on this skin as well. I really like the Flash for Lego skin. This came out. They did so good on this for Lego skin. I really, really like it. My buddy Level Up Royal, he really loves this emote, by the way. And now they've added the Lego version. Even better. Oh, look at Futura. Ooh, that's a cool looking skin. Back bling. Grammy looks funny as a real life skin. Frigid Foregrower looks pretty cool. Victoria Saint looks cool. I like the headpiece on Tigress. That one's really neat. Leviathan, they did a good job. Magnus came out super awesome with the headpiece. I like that. Oh, Shake It Up. Yep. Look at that. They added that. That's good. Primo moves, awesome. Raven's a purple lightsaber kind of person. Oh, we got a new soundtrack. Let's see, what do we get? I don't know who they are. Okay. Oh, I had to get the little warthog. So when they first fixed this, oh no, was it this one? No, it was a different one. There was another emote that didn't, it wasn't working right when they added it to Lego. I thought it was funny. Let's see. No. Stampede. Revolver. No. Pretty neat looking car though. All right, let's go back in. Anybody in shared worlds? No. Okay. So we're going in. Yeah, a lot of cool skins in there right now, so that's pretty cool. Want to get the Lamborghini so when you play VR you can ride in style? Yeah, the cars are pretty cool. They're just they're priced a little high for me. I, and the sneakers don't work on everything, but I think it's funny. Like I'm not gonna wear what are those the clogs? No, those rubber shoes. I forget what they're called. Crocs. I'm not gonna wear Crocs in a game, but I don't wear them in real life either, though. Kaboom is a menace. Who knew? Yeah, that was funny. Okay, I'm back. Was hoping for the other Mos Eisley kits. I thought they were saying they were coming back. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Oh, I get. Um, I'm looking outside like you all can see me. Also, we have a we have a little family of bunnies that are jumping around from time to time now out there. All right, so let's see what else. What else? Oh, something interesting the last couple days. So over we have another place, and out that place is we have acreage and stuff like that, and a couple of barns. That's also where my big workshop is and stuff like that. Well, anyways, um, we've been feeding a cat who keeps coming by and stuff like that. And we found out it's definitely gonna be a mama kitty. And so we've been feeding her special food and stuff like that to make sure she, gets to raise some healthy kittens and stuff like that. Well, out of nowhere, this new cat started coming around a couple weeks ago. super ultra friendly. Like comes up to you, wants to get pets, wants to jump on your lap, rub on you, all that stuff. Really super friendly cat. And we noticed it had an issue. So that next day I was going to take it to the vet. Me, my son, and I were going to take it to the vet, get it some meds so that it could be healthy and stick around if it wants and stuff like that. Barn cats play a huge role. Okay. Um, uh, that night, like he was just hanging out in the garage, and then we look over, and then he just walks out of the garage. We figured he was going to go hang out underneath one of the trailers or something like that, and then he just vanished, and he was gone for several days. Well, then this past Sunday, I look over on the the camera, get a notification, and he's walking back limping on one foot, like not putting any weight on one of his feet at all. I'm like, oh no. And so I late Sunday ended up driving back out there. Super friendly cat, awesome demeanor, and I opened the door to our house that we have out there, and he kind of snuck in there and just basically jumped on my lap and hung out and stayed. So I ended up taking him to the vet yesterday. Got him on a bunch of meds and stuff like that. He seems to be doing a lot better now. But I did end up bringing him here to our other place, and he's doing pretty good right now. Still super friendly. I'll go out there, sit with him for a bit, and he jumps up on my lap and wants to get petted and everything else. So super awesome cat. And so once he's healthy, we'll bring him back out to the other place. But yeah, every now and then they adopt you, but it looks like I'm gonna say first week of June is gonna be when we'll see kitten from Mama Kitten. So I think that's about the time frame. So she's getting big. She's barely fitting through the entrance that I put into that barn. But they can come and go as they please. They come, they eat, they drink water. They can head back out. So it's a safe place for them. That's a surprise I didn't have on the bingo card. What's which part of it on the bingo card? Let's see. So yes, so the new cat does have a name. And so we'll see. We'll see how it works out. If anything, he will once he's all healthy, he'll just go hang out at the other place. They play an important role in the ecosystem. But we do have a lot of coyote out there, so gotta be careful. Let's see. Let's go see what we can do. I think it has been that time, so let me just go here first. All right. I think I asked this once before, but if you haven't hit that follow button yet by any chance over on the purple app and have access to that, if you don't mind clicking that follow button, I would really appreciate it. I'm just trying to hit that one mark so that I can add a more of an interactive experience um, to the game for everyone, or not the game, but to that side of the house. Hang on, I gotta send a text message. Okay, let's go at it. All right, so they finally made it to where like the bridges over on this side don't stick anymore. That was kind of a bummer, but I understand it. Wow. Okay. Oh, I'm turned around. Okay. So going after Raven hasn't been terrible, but that rubber banding effect, that's two times within a real split second there. The rubber banding effect has been an issue if you're planning your shots around it. So from this perspective, it's kind of easy to work through. If you emote in front of Raven, it's also funny. Okay. Um, I clicked the wrong emote. Hey, Jaded Inventor, thanks for joining today. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. All right. I don't know if there's that issue with the duplication stuff in here. Let me look real quick. Hang on. Nope, only one there. What about this one? Only one there. Okay, we're gonna leave that. Maybe they fixed that at least. I don't know. Oh, thanks again for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I think I was just a couple away from the mark. I don't remember, but I know I was close. Alrighty, that one there, that one there. This is what I've been doing lately to get out, and then this one I'm only sacrificing 3 pieces of wood to get out. Oh, Ruby. See, there was nothing sad about my story. The good news is he came to the right house and is getting the medical attention and care that he needs so that he can be healthy. Nothing sad. Nothing sad at all. another follow. Thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. All right, we're gonna go into the dungeon. We'll talk about that whole blast radius thing. Oh, thank you, Raven. Yeah, I ran out of monitor, so I can't see the names, and then my contacts are not the best today. And so I'm having a hard time reading some of this. I keep toggling between my reading glasses and trying to unblur my contact, and it's not helping. So I've been trying to read the comments, which are large font, but I'm still having issues because they're blurry right now. Ah, season problems, season problems. All right. Okay. So this dude right here, he's the one that throws stuff, right? So let's talk about his blast radius. See if we can. Okay. So that time I walked into it. That time I was within it. Let's see if I can get out of it. Okay. So that was clearly outside of the blast radius, but I still got hit. And see, we didn't, not even close on that one. And that's a problem with the game, is because the game is having issues on the character's GPS. I keep using the term GPS only because I think that's maybe what easier to follow. Okay, so but it's really the coordinates or the position of the character. So when you get enough of these characters together, it's becoming an issue. So why is it a big deal? Well, when you go to fight the Storm King, every inch counts, every second matters, everything you do is important, especially when you're fighting as a solo, right? So the gaming experience completely changed. Um, the gaming experience changed. I'll punch it. I had to punch it. Made me feel better. Um, to where that radius has become an issue to the players. That's a no go. That's like a big. How do you do? Oh, I wanted to get up there. I'm trying to do this differently, everybody. Oh, look. Yeah. Oh, no. There we go. Oh, we'll just put the pickaxe away. Not that you have to punch it. I'm just bored and trying to do something different. Oh no, I tried. Um. Oh yeah, that's another good one. That so I haven't experienced this yet. Okay. Um. I don't know if this was an intentional change or what have you, but the cloud piercer, the one weird crown thing, is like appearing in people's bases now, and their blast radius is damaging all kinds of stuff in the villages. It is crazy to see what's happening there. Um, I okay. Did everybody see the delay in trying to be able to pick that stuff up? So that's an issue. Hang on one second. All right, so like these, there's Nolan Ryan over here. Rocks have to be a direct hit. I'm not too concerned about rocks. But anything that has some form of a blast is an issue in the game. And I like predictability. So all the way down, like playing Super Mario was all about timing. Okay, once you got the patterns of what they didn't do, you knew how to defeat different levels, different bosses type thing. And all games are basically like that. Like if any of you played Punch Out, you had to learn different punch combinations or wait for certain things to happen. And I started doing that. Like the Storm King was predictable. The Storm King was predictable in a sense to where you could follow their patterns as well. And so as you started, if you got to play with me defeating the Storm King, you'll see that there's going to be times where I just sit down and eat my meat pie emote, right? And I'm doing that because I'm waiting for certain timed intervals. There was no clear or present danger occurring in the immediate area, or it's just waiting for certain events to happen. Yep. I was waiting for certain events to happen so that I could wait for the next move that you needed to do as a player. That's just part of gaming. You'll see, like, if I played with just one other person, and you get it to where, like, there's that weak point that appears on the back, like, one of the players has to, like, if the attention is focused on you right now, the Storm King is looking at you, you have to stop and just not move. Very limited mobility, right? So Storm King's looking at you, you stop, you wait. What you're doing is you're allowing the other player to be the one who goes after those weak points. Whoa. Oh, okay, here we go. You're allowing the other player and giving them time to go after the weak points. That's important. Okay. When you got 20 of these things and then they're all throwing something at you, you can't do that. You just can't. And so then it makes it to where you're now at a disadvantage of trying to hit the weak points on the Storm King because you're spending most of your time trying to dodge all of these attacks that normally was not an issue before because you know the distance, the safe distance that you could be. You know the timing. You know you could use these spawners to act as cover. You knew when to jump to dodge. And then they did that, which wasn't part of the game before. Not a big deal. If you're not using a dagger, by the way. Oh, whoa, where did that appear from? Run out of super speed. Oh, okay. Sorry. Talking everything at the same time. Anyways. Oh, look at that. To switch to my sword now. I'll switch to my sword till I make another dagger. Um, timing. Oh, geez. Okay, timing is huge, and you can't fight the Storm King right now because the timing, all of that. While you can still count on the same timing, you can't count on the blast radius that's happening with all these different attacks anymore. Just I don't know. So I haven't fought the Storm King solo in a long time, and that's rough because that was part of like saying, "Hey, I'm cool at the game. I know what I'm doing." Blah blah blah. And no, I can't say that anymore. Let's see. The lobber will just stun you with their attack. Had a 100-meter radius. Storm King unleashed. Yeah, yeah. Oops. Um. Oh yeah. So in case you're wondering, I save my legendary weapons, and I only use them when I would go after the Storm King. So that's why I have a chest full of Storm King weapons. See, I can't select this. I'm still waiting. Still waiting. There it goes. That's a big issue right there. Those little things. That's a big issue. Yeah. Yes, yes. Storm King would would unleash the lag attack. Yeah. That has turned into a thing. I don't know why. Yeah, I want them to fix it. Like I know I was having a discussion with Offman on this, and I know he and I feel the same way on a lot of different things. Um, but one of the things that we're both passionate about is like we would both pay money to be able to host a local um, a local Fortnite server just to eliminate lag, right? So like let's say I have these maps, I would host my own server because there are other similar games that allow you to host your own server, and that would be great. Now, like in BR, you have the ability to do NA East, NA West, NA Central, all that type of stuff. Um, Mine would be NA Joker, but yeah, I wish we could do that tremendously. I have no problem spending adult money into stuff I enjoy, right? No problem at all. This game is one of it. If it means eliminating lag, I'm heck yeah, I'll pay for it. I have no problem with that. All right, let's head back. Um, I think it would be great. I mean, I don't like I where I'm at now. I have a huge bandwidth to where I can host and everything else. So not a big deal. I wish it would do that. Hmm. Like, okay, so let's say I'm gonna talk about me for example. Um, I thought I got 3 crystals. Oh, am I missing one? Okay, hang on. My mind is going again. Okay, so if you had the ability for your own server to pay for it and eliminate lag, the question is, would you? And I know Kaboom saying he would. I know I definitely would. I know Offsman is on board with this as well. He's 100% supportive. Oh, I missed that one down there. He's 100% supportive of that as well. Anybody else? Have separate regional servers for Lego only. Yeah. I mean, so in the world I came from, I I know a lot about server farms and capacities and security, especially. And so proximity is one huge factor. Here where I live, I'm within. Okay, see, here's that thing I'm talking about. Gotta wait, and then it allows me to pick that up. That's huge, huge for gameplay. We can't have that. Here where I live in particular, I'm within 5 milliseconds of uh, my ping rate for NA East, NA West, and NA Central. It doesn't matter which one of those I pick. I'm like literally all within the same ping rate, basically. And that should have hit. So it doesn't bother me. What I find interesting is that when it comes time to Lego, we're all on the same server. That's kind of funny. So regional servers would be, oh, what timing is that? I don't think I have an extra bow now. So I think regional servers would definitely help. I just don't know if Lego's going to invest in that. I'm not seeing it happen. So I don't know. Why is there a delay on these spawners? Come get me. Da 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 da. I waited on the spawner to block the shot, by the way, if you were wondering. Use the spawner for that shot. And then now we play the distance game. Bear with me 1 second here. Okay, we're good. And that is another crazy bug. Oh, when you need the shot to count, and it's like, oh, you can't harvest that material right now. Like, I'm not harvesting any material. Yeah, I mean, from the launch of the game, you can always expect it to be lower numbers after a while because, like, it's not everybody's cup of tea. I understand that. I can't expect it to be, but then at some point you should see it taper off, and then you should establish. Yeah, I wasn't going to escape that. It should start to establish a new normacy as. Oh, geez. Um, oh, hang on. Hmm. Oh no. Da 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 da. No way that came through the wall. Okay. All right. Let me play upsets defense, offensively, defensively. Hang on. Oh, okay, okay, okay. No, 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 no. Uh, yep. You just can't do it. Just can't do it. So, as much control as you possibly try and introduce to the game, it just doesn't happen sometimes. That's okay. But I still got my special. This is where I sleep. Okay, I still got that. So, anyways, while the dungeons are still easier, they still pose a risk to being solo. Uh, for me, I would clear them out rapidly solo before, and now it's becoming an issue to where it's not even worth trying to attempt it almost anymore. I don't know. I don't know. Here we go. Okay, we're back. We are equipped. We are good to go. Let me go this up here. Yeah, current players 19.3 thousand. Yeah, when I came on here, it was right at 20. Um, it's definitely, I don't know. It's rough. I don't want to see it go down. Like I said, my main thing about this game is the community. As long as we maintain that, we're good. But like I said, some of my friends are starting to play other things or not playing the game at all, and that's what's rough for me. And I know I'm not the only one who says that. I know there's others on here that genuinely genuinely agree with what I'm saying on that perspective for sure. Let's see. What do I keep? So as far as totems, right? That's the first time I've used a totem in a long time, but I keep one of the good totems on me. That's all I use. I don't keep a lot of them, but I do keep a spare cheap one. In the event that I play with a friend or something like that, in the times where you get knocked or something like that, you can swap them out really quick for a cheap one so you don't lose an expensive one for a lack of a better term. So that's what I do typically, in case you were wondering. All right, so time to put some of this stuff away. I've got 10 magic 8 balls from that exchange, so I'm gonna put those away. We got some more of these lovely rift crystals. No, I did not burn them. I was just joking. And now we're gonna put some stuff away. Got that. This. And they got, you know what else they got to do? They got to come up with something for this greater storm core. Okay. Yeah. They got to do something with that. Okay. Raven, what do you say? You haven't played Expert since the Lost World in April. Yeah. Okay. So that's, oh, Raven, losing a world when you invested a lot into it is uh, absolutely disheartening. I'm truly sorry you had to go through that because, as players, we invest a lot, but, some of it is a gamble we take. And I don't mind losing a world. Let me rephrase that. It's not as hard losing a world when, like, you made a mistake, like it was on you. It's tough losing a world when the reason you lost it is because a bug is the main reason for losing a world. And that alone makes it rough from a game perspective. It definitely does. I'm going to go get rid of some of these arrows. Okay, I'm good now. Yeah, I only bring 2 stacks with me. Only 2 stacks. Let me move this out of the way. 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 Oops. This is my typical loadout, what I go with. A stack of wood, stack of granite, and these tools. That's what I'll go with. I could have used that. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I'm just catching up on some comments. You're right. So the amount of player counts does not justify all the extra servers. But again, that's where, I go back to, I don't have a problem hosting, especially if it's my worlds, right? Or hosting the capacity of SMPs that I'm part of, type of thing. I don't have a problem at all. I have the bandwidth to support it here. And so why not? It would be like my contribution to the well-being of the game. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. Let's see. My camera's going off. Oh, it's Mama Cat. Mama Cat's coming to the barn. Oh, well, we definitely got to see some of this stuff in action. And if 2 people goes in, like Ruby came and joining me the other day, and we got to tackle a couple dungeons, and that was fun. And the way I look at it is multiple people right now is really so that one person is staying alive while the other one gets affected by bugs in order to do the rescue. Okay, that's that's what multiplayer is right now. Is somebody staying alive to rescue the other person who got nailed by bugs? Maybe it makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. It does to me. All right, let me put this back, and then now I can make some stuff. I finally got enough essence. Yeah, so I gotta make another bow. I gotta make another dagger. I gotta go back to the other base. Hang on. Bear with me, everyone. There's Willy Wonka and Salmonella. I really want to have a contest to see the creative names that everybody has. And as a community, we should pick. After you've been revived. Yes, absolutely. 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 That'd be a fun community contest. Submit your creative animal names, and as a community we vote. We do like some kind of upvote, I think is what they do on Reddit or something like that, and have the community pick the funniest names. Has to be good taste, obviously. I would definitely support that contest. Kaboom! Are you still there? If you're still there, let me know. Let me know. I will put in on this contest. I have a lot of fun naming my animals, trying to come up with something creative, fun. And I would love to support that contest. So if you're still listening, Kaboom, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I would, like I said, I will put in on this. Hands down. We're gonna make a dagger. Okay, then we are gonna make a crossbow. And then we are going to see if we can load these things up. Oh, let's go put these other things away. Let's get them legendary real quick too. All right, so put this one away, put this one away. Oh, I've got this one already. Oh no. I didn't use this one. Yeah, we'll get to it. Okay, let's go make some stuff. So the names have to say what type of animal they are. I think it would have to be kind of categorized. Yeah. Something related to the type of animal. I don't know. That would be my perspective. And so like salmonella, because chicken can get that bad chicken. That's related. One of my chickens in another world is what the cluck because it's related to chickens. I think that would be awesome. So you're saying three different possible winners, like the funniest chicken or something? Well, I'd say three. Like funniest chicken name, funniest sheep name, funniest cow name, or something like that, or funniest pig name. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, my pig's name is Chris P. Bacon. That's one of my pig's names. Um, in Sir Launcelot's world, in one of the areas, I named one Clucker Plays and Sir Clucks a lot. After he and I, of course. So I thought that was funny. What am I missing here? What am I not getting that I'm missing? Oh, I want Lifesteal 3. Why is that not popping up? There it is. Okay. Sir Laughs a Lot, are you still on? Let me know if you think that's a good idea. If you think that's a good idea, put ones in the chat, everybody, if you think that's a good idea. I don't mind hosting a fun competition like this. And of course, those two are together. Hey, TV Games. All right, we got 2 ones so far. We need more ones. If we get more ones, maybe we'll figure out a way to host this competition one way or another. Competition being funniest animal names related to the animal. Did I? I did drop that. Another one in the chat. We need a few more ones. A few more ones. Come on. What am I missing? Damage. Lifesteal. Missing lifesteal. Come on, lifesteal 3. Lifesteal 3. Come on now. Barnacle sauce. There it is. Lifesteal 3. Okay, we need 2 books. One book. One book. Let's go steal a book off the wall. Let's see. These are all my car manuals. I'm taking that one. All right. There we go. And then we're going to do this one. Apply. And this one. Apply. Hey, it's my cousin. Yo. Oh, I didn't finish what I was saying about BR earlier, by the way. And I don't want I'm gonna say this, but I don't want it to impact any of your thoughts here because I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe from like I'm gonna keep doing Lego for a little bit, but I don't know from a content perspective if I may go back to BR again. I don't know. I've been pondering that. But then again, I took like all the BR stuff I took off of my channel. So I don't know if I'm going to go back to that. We'll see. We'll see. But I've been thinking about it. But if their rumor is next season's supposed to be some kind of superhero season, and I just want normal gameplay again. So we'll see how it all goes. So we shall see. I'm going to play Lego continuously though, because this is my sit down and relax. Out of everything, like Lego, like I'll be sitting, I'll go sit. I'm over there turning like you could see what I'm doing. But over on the couch with my Xbox that I won from Lego, which is the coolest thing ever, my Peely Xbox over there. I will sit down and I'll play, and Mrs. Joker will be sitting on the couch next to me. And like one of the most enjoyable experiences for me personally is when I sit down and I'm coming up with some kind of build creation and she's helping me with yes or no type thing, or that doesn't look good, or hey, I should put this instead, or something like that, or do you have something like this type thing. And for me personally, that's probably one of the most enjoyable experiences that I have also with the game, is just doing that. So I will continue to always build for sure, just so that I could have that enjoyable experience. Mrs. Joker loves playing Battle Royale, and I know she misses those days when I played it a lot. So we'll see how it goes. Ace also likes playing Battle Royale. Level Up Royal also likes playing Battle Royale when we all get together and stuff like that. And there's a lot of shenanigans that ensue from that perspective. So I don't know. Food for thought. There's always something to do in Lego, something new creative to do. come up with ideas. So I'm always going to build in Lego. Um, oh yeah, that's the other thing too. I gotta move this shop around now too. Um, Last week I moved my shop around, and so now I need to reorganize this shop to mimic that, which means this blast cabinet now has to go over here. I moved blasting and powder coating to over here, and then I put my metal cutting chop saw stuff all over here. And right now my jack stands, engine hoists, and all that stuff um, is just kind of in shambles because I haven't built a rack to hang those yet. But I will. I will. But anyways, that's where I'm at today. Um, if you all come up with any ideas, I'm thinking about putting a list together. I don't know that I want to make a video of it, but I may put it in the creators form because I know that there's a few Lego employees that are in there, and just so that they could see some of this stuff as well. Um, I just my whole goal is, I don't want to see this go away. I'd want to see it improve, but you know, right now the, what we have going on in the game is not going to maintain players. And I say that because if we're losing players who've been in the game since day one, and they're losing it because they're leaving because the bugs have gotten that bad, then you can't expect a new player to stick around in this game for long at all. Okay, and that's the important message that Lego needs to hear and understand. So I'm hoping they do. I want to see improvements come back. I want to be able to hide this unsightly bus station back to being underground and hidden. At least I could land here now, though they fixed that. So I was happy about that. Oh, I just thought of a name for a pig. Hang on, I'm going to write it down. Oh my goodness, I just thought of a good name for a pig. We're going to do this contest, everybody. We're going to figure it out. I'm going to write this down because this may be my entry. Of course, I won't be able to win. I'll exclude myself. But that doesn't mean I'm still not going to enter this name or something to that effect. But yeah, that's where I'm at for tonight. I appreciate everybody joining me on stream. I truly appreciate everybody who followed me over on Twitch. Also today, I'm trying to hit a mark. As soon as I hit that mark, I'll be able to do a lot more for those who join over there on the Twitch side. And so I appreciate it. More to follow, more to come. As of right now, barring knock on wood, my health stays intact enough. I will also be streaming on Thursday as well. We will have some more fun on Thursday. I will reach out to some people, or I may go back to building cars because I need to build a couple cars for here, and I do have some ideas on cars that I want to build. Also, I was going to build my mini cars and put them over here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make full-size version of cars. This was an old previous work truck that I drove around IRL, and I'm building another work truck right now IRL, and so I may need to come up with some ideas for that and build it in Lego, as well as see if I want to build some of my equipment in Lego. So this guy is Spence has got some big equipment lately, and so I may see if I want to put that in here or something as well, just for fun. So we have some creative ideas. We'll see where life takes us and stuff like that. And I hope you all joining me again on Thursday for another fun-filled, eventful stream. If you can think of anything else that you feel passionate about me putting together, maybe a message to um, Lego, please just send that my way. I will do my best. If you send something in the negative context, I completely understand. Just know that what I will do is rewrite it to where it is written in a positive manner for changes, for positive changes, not, you know, um, if you have ever worked for me in the past, one of my biggest mantras is I tell my crew, my team, is I'm here to empower you. I'm here to make sure that I give you everything you need to be successful. Um, and so when you come to me, I don't want you to focus or worry about any of the 99 problems preventing you from accomplishing a task. I want you to come to me and say, I have one way to make this happen, but it's going to be very complicated. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to empower you or be part of your team to help make that happen, regardless of how complicated it might be. And so that's my focus. That's my goal. I tend to stay positive in everything that I do. So that's it. Bear with me for 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, that's what I tend to do. Um, People can focus on problems all day. I would rather focus on solutions because solutions equates to progress. Problems just equates to just stress, and nobody wants stress. We want progress. So that's the only S we want. That's the S word, progress or progress. So again, thank you very, very much, everybody, for joining me tonight. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope that all of you have an absolute wonderful night or daytime, depending on where you're at. And I look forward to my next stream with all of you. And hopefully, my schedule will be returning to some form of normalcy where I will maintain my um, regular Tuesday and Thursday night streams at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then if my weekends start normalizing again, I will hopefully be able to join Sir Laughs a Lot and others on the weekends as well. And hopefully all of it works out. I'm waiting for more normalcy to return. So as I get closer, we'll work there as well. So thank you again, everyone, for joining me today. I truly wish all of you the best and have a wonderful time.